Hello, online crew. How are you today? We're going to talk about your time today. Do you ever feel like you might be wasting a bit of time by just scrolling social media or not doing the things that you know you should be doing, and you think, oh, I've wasted another hour, or I've really wasted some time doing whatever it is that you're doing that you're not meant to be doing? Well, I'm here to share with you that time is money. And this is something that you really want to evaluate. So we're going to have a chat about this today. And we're going to have a real deep think as to how it is you spend your time and what kind of cost is that coming to you in your business. Because when you're really intentional and focused with your time, you can earn more money. I think you already know this, but let's dive deep into this today. So how is everybody? It's awesome to see you if you're here live or catching the replay. It is your captain here, Helen Martin, and I am here to serve our most amazing online crew community. So if you're an entrepreneur, home-based business owner, direct seller, network marketer in MLM, that kind of business model, then you are in the right place, because we talk about all things sort of social media, modern social media strategies to help you build your business online. But my first video of the week, which I call now Online Crew Courage, giving you the courage to really go out and build an amazing business in the online world. We start the week with something to do with personal growth, personal development, something to help you be a better version of yourself. And this is really important, this topic, because not a lot of people realize how much time they waste. Like, are you open enough to admit that you feel like sometimes you're wasting your time and the days and the weeks go by and you're not really achieving what you want to achieve, or you know that you've wasted time doing things that you shouldn't be doing and you're not really concentrating on the things you should be doing? Would that be fair to say that some of you might feel like that? I certainly evaluate this all the time, and I went through this with one of my mentors just recently, and it's a real eye-opener. So I'm going to give you a little exercise to do in this live today, and I really encourage you to go away and have a real hard think about this one, because it might sort of highlight to you that you're not being focused and intentional enough. Okay, so before we get into that, I just want to remind you that our next round of the branding course starts tomorrow or the next day, depending on where you are sort of around the world. But this is my signature branding course. If you have not worked out the foundation of your brand, I highly recommend you invest in this course. It's just a little bit of money, because everything you do on social media comes down to how you brand yourself. And you can waste a lot of time on social media posting and doing lives, but if it's here, there, and everywhere and there's no brand behind it, you're wasting your time on social media. So the more intentional and focused you are about your brand, the better the results you're going to have. So if you go to helenmartinonline.com/branding, you can join us in that. I work with you for almost a full month to sort out your brand. So we dive deep, much deeper than anything that I can do here sort of on my lives. And if you're a coaching community member, then you get a bigger discount. So make sure you reach out. Well, it's in the coaching community Facebook group. You can put the discount code in and get that discount to that. So that's on. We've got Clubhouse tomorrow, also talking about branding. So make sure you join us on Clubhouse. That's on my page. It's in the group. It's emailed out. So all the details and the link to that. So we're talking about branding also on Clubhouse tomorrow, so you might want to join us for that. And coaching community members, we have our live Q&A Zoom calls this week. So that's where you get to jump on. You get me as a mentor, and you get to jump on Zoom with me and ask me whatever questions you want about building your business online. So private coaching costs a lot of money. So being part of my coaching community, you can jump on these calls once a month and just ask me whatever you like. So coaching community members, keep an eye out for your email and in the group for the details, and jump on those Zoom calls. And because I've got a template Trello board for you, I've got the most perfect thing to get you organized. Like, I've got some great stuff for you guys. Okay. So who's here? I'm going to say some quick hellos to people that are watching. We've got Beth. I'm not sure who that is. That means you're watching from my Facebook group, my free group. So if you just click the StreamYard link at the bottom of the description of the live in my group, then I'll be able to see who you are. Hello, Laurie. How are you? I think you've been listening in on my live this last week. That's the topic today. So hopefully this will be useful for you, Laurie, to think about. But not only you, a lot of people listening. I know a lot of you waste a lot of time doing things that you shouldn't be doing, and you're not as focused and as intentional as you should be. I know in my business, when I'm really laser focused and I'm really intentional, then I just don't let the other crap in, and I'm far more productive. When you don't really set a plan for yourself and you're a little bit all over the place, then you tend to waste more time, which means you're wasting money at the end of the day. But stick with me, because there's some things I really want you to think about regarding the equation around this. Okay. Hello, Cherie. How are you? I spend all my time learning and find it's important but not productive. That's a really good evaluation. I'm not sure who that is because it just says Facebook user, but that's a really important level of awareness. There are a lot of people, especially in social media, that spin their wheels learning. You're learning the next thing. You're learning the next, micro video content like Instagram Reels or, TikTok or something like that. And you're learning things, but you're not actually doing. So when you do this little exercise that I'm going to share with you in this live, this will really highlight to you, you've got to change what you're doing. Stop learning and start implementing. So hopefully this will be helpful for you, whoever that is. I really enjoyed the branding course. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate that. Heather's one of our past students for the course. Hello, Pam. How are you? Hello, crew. Not sure who that is. Hello, Anna. Lovely to see you here from Brisbane. And Dan, great to see you on. So if you are joining us live, make sure you say hello so I can give you a shout out. So let me get into the content here. Okay, so let's face it. Let's be real. It's really easy to waste time. Would that be fair to say? And it's really easy to waste time on social media. And I'm not saying learning is a waste of time. Learning is good, but you don't want to be 100% learning and no implementation or intention and focus and making the money, because it just doesn't get you anywhere. So when we look at time is money. Agreed? So when you waste your time, you've got to recognize that you're actually losing opportunities to make money. Yeah, because time is money. So we've got to be really mindful of how we use our time. And you have to be respectful enough of yourself to realize that your time is worth more. So your time is worth money. If you're wasting your time, you're wasting not, having the opportunity to earn money. Therefore, you're not really valuing your time. Time is your most precious resource. Would you agree with that? We have only got 24 hours in the day. But why is it, and how is it, that somebody can charge $10 an hour with their time, somebody can charge $100 an hour with their time, and somebody else can charge $1,000 an hour with their time? What's the difference? I'd love to know your thoughts on that. What do you think the difference is between somebody that can charge $10 to $100 to $1,000 for their time? Why can't you charge $1,000 an hour for your time at the moment? What do you think the difference is? Put in the comment section. I'd love to know if you sort of getting this. Okay. Time is so precious. Absolutely, Cherie. Their influence, and so from Laurie here over on Facebook, their influence and value they provide. Okay, here's a quote from Jim Rohn that I would really recommend. So this is not new. This is something, from previous. This is from Jim Rohn. This is something that you should really take on board, and it goes in line with what Laurie just said there. I'm going to quote it here so I don't say it wrong. You are paid to bring value to the marketplace. That's what you're paid for. So if you think about, how much you get paid per hour. So here's the exercise that I want to give you guys to think about. And my mentor went through this with me recently with my different income streams. So if you've got multiple income streams, you'd want to do separate exercises for each of your income streams. So work out how many hours it is that you spend on what you're doing. So for those of you building an online business, how many hours are you spending on your online business? Okay. Then how much are you getting paid? So this is where traditional employment is just so easy to understand, because you do an hour's work of something, you get paid the hourly rate, and that's why you keep showing up, because you're guaranteed that hourly rate. And that's why a lot of people stay in traditional employment, because it's secure and it's predictable. Okay. Come into entrepreneurialism, building a business online, when you're your own boss and, in a home-based business like a lot of us are, you can spend a lot of time and not get anything in return. Yeah. So how long do you want to do that for? This is where the time piece comes in. So if you do that exercise now, have a think about how many hours you spend on your home-based business. Now, equate that to how much you're getting paid a week. So work that out a week. How many hours are you spending on your business a week? How much are you getting paid a week? So if you get paid weekly or monthly, just equate that to what it is weekly and divide the two. And how much are you getting paid per hour? Some of you are getting paid nothing because you're not earning anything in your home-based businesses yet. But you're putting all these hours in and you're getting paid nothing. So remember that quote, I'll read it correctly. You are paid to bring value in the marketplace. So what I'm about to share with you, let this sink in. What you're getting paid now from your home-based business, whatever you're doing, is the value equal to the value that you're putting out there in the marketplace. Is that enough? Now, here's where the time piece comes in. Where are you spending your time? If all your time is going, doing other things, learning, I'm learning a lot. Great. How much money are you earning? Nothing. Okay. So how about we take some of the time that we're spending learning and actually turn that into doing? Okay. So if you want to turn your $10 into $100, into $1,000, you have to bring a lot more value to the marketplace. You have to be valuable to a lot more people. On social media, you want to show up more and give a great deal of value to your audience so you can earn more. But this is all related to time. Where are you spending your time? And your pay packet right now is where you're spending your time. So this is easy for those of you that have got a job, because you're like, yeah, I'm earning this much money in my job because I'm putting this many hours in and I get paid that much per hour. Simple. What's going on in your home-based business though? Where are you spending your time and your attention? And if you're wasting a lot of your time and you're not, giving your attention to the right things, then you're probably hourly rate would make you cry. So we all know in this industry that you've got to put a lot of hours in first before you get paid. But you know how this industry works. When you put a lot of time in initially and you get the dollars, this is the benefit of residual income. The dollars just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and you end up spending less time. Now that's what you're striving for, are you not? But what's happening right now? What is happening right now? What is your time worth right now? Do the exercise. How many hours are you spending on your business? How many hours how much money are you getting paid for? Could be minimal. It's like, okay, I'm working my home-based business for about $3 an hour. Like, do the math. This is what I said my mentor did with me the other day with all my different income streams. It's like, okay, how many hours are you spending here and how much money are you making there? How many hours are you spending here and how much money are you making there? And you very quickly get to see where you should be spending more of your time as to what is worth more value to you per hour. You understanding me? It also highlights that, just take into consideration, if you're at beginning stages and you're just building up your business, then you have to put in time and you're probably not getting paid. So that is acceptable in the beginning. That's what we have to do. We have to work hard to get the initial payments. But how long have you done that for? Would be my question to you. Is it just you starting out and you're trying to work out what to do and get your feet on the ground and get some customers and get some business builders and all that kind of stuff? Like, allow yourself that time. Do not expect it to happen in a month or 6 months. People say, I'll give this business 6 months. If it doesn't work in 6 months, then I'm out of here. That is not enough for any business to work out if it's going to work out or not. You have to put your time and energy. But are you seeing where you really want to evaluate? Where are you spending your time? Because if you're spending that much time and getting paid that much, you're not spending your time wisely. You're not doing the right activities. You're not focused on the right things. You're not being intentional. So when you have a high level of awareness of that, you can change where you're spending your time. Because you need to work out, where do I need to spend my time to give more value to the marketplace, like Jim Rohn said, so I can get paid more in my business. Because a lot of you are wasting time. And you're wasting time, you're wasting this hourly rate. And how much do you think you're worth? I bet you're worth more than what you're getting at the moment. I bet you're worth a hell of a lot more than what you give yourself credit for. You just haven't worked out the best ways to spend your time to get the best result. And you're distracted by training. Or you go onto social media for 5 minutes and 5 minutes turns into 55 minutes. What did that just cost you? It cost you almost an hour of your time. What did that cost you? That cost you focus, attention, the wrong way to spend your time. And you could have just wasted $50 or $100 or $1,000, depending on what you're worth. So how much do you value your time? Focus and where you spend your attention will get you the money. So let me say again, what you're earning now is how valuable you are in the marketplace. So what do you need to go and do? You might need to work out your branding, one, to work out what the hell are you doing online? What are you representing? Who are you talking to? What are you selling? What are you doing? Like, you have to sort out that piece first. But then where are you spending your time and energy in relation to generating an income? And a lot of you will get distracted in the fun stuff or the training stuff. And you're not actually doing the do, or you're not being valuable enough in the marketplace, or you're not just being you. You're copying everybody else and you're just blending in with everyone else. Make sense? Just want to see what comments you got going on here. Hey, Beck, how are you? They can get done in that time. I'm in startup mode. That's okay. Just finished a business course, now building a website and socials. Well done. Great advice and valuable. Thank you. I appreciate your comments there on Instagram. So, Hero, the difference is how much value you can offer to the world. Yes, that's what Jim Rohn has been telling us for years and years and years. I think the difference is what you have to offer, value, help. So I've said this many times over many years, well, a few years at least. You want to make more money, become more valuable. How is it that some people, like, think of somebody like Mel Robbins, she can get paid $100,000 to speak for an hour on a stage. Why? She's been so valuable to so many people in her advice, her books, YouTube videos, a lot of stuff that she puts out for free. So you need to work hard in the beginning and spend a lot of time building up your value so you can get paid what you're worth. And then one day you'll get paid well in excess of what you actually need. Make sense? Laurie, great quote, puts it into perspective. Laurie, I owe somebody some money. And the reality is that will be the equation for some of you. You'll be spending all these hours on your business and you may be getting paid very little. Some of you may be nothing yet. I would use that as an opportunity, though, to really sit down and think, where am I spending my time? My time is worth money. So am I scrolling social media? How much money did I just waste in that last hour by scrolling social media? Like, when you're really focused, and as I said before, I know this to be true from my own business. When I'm laser focused, when I'm really aware of where I'm spending my time, I am so much more productive and in tune with what I'm doing and what I'm bringing to you guys and the training that I'm developing. When I'm not, then I just sort of fart ass around and waste time. And when I'm wasting time, I'm wasting money. Make sense? Okay. Hey, Christina, we need to show up for ourselves just like we would for a traditional boss. Exactly. Like you guys, as I said before, you can work that out with a job. Okay, I've worked this many hours, I get paid that much an hour, and that's what I get paid per week, or well, reverse engineer that. So it's easy for you guys to turn up to a job because you know you're going to get paid. But when in this business model, we don't often work out that equation, do we? We don't backtrack that. We don't work out how many hours we're spending on our business, how much we're getting paid, and what we're working for an hour. So, like Laurie said, some of you need to you need to owe somebody else money because you're not getting paid enough. Okay. So from Beth here, I found out that on the weekend, doing the fun stuff first had to reevaluate. And well done for having enough awareness, Beth, to reevaluate, because this is where most people have the missing step, is they don't have the awareness. The reason that I do these videos at the beginning of every week, it would be a Monday or a Tuesday, depending on your time zone, and calling it Online Crew Courage, is for you to really have the courage to be the person that you need to be an amazing business builder and have the income that you desire. But how you spend your time will either make you or break you. What would you prefer? So I'm encouraging you to do that equation that I gave you. Have a real think about what you're worth per hour in your business, what you're getting paid for. Remember Jim's quote, you are paid to bring value to the marketplace. You want to earn more money, become more valuable. You know this to be true when you look at all the gurus and they charge what they charge. Why do they charge what they charge? Because they're more valuable. Become valuable to people. How do you do that, you might ask? Give, train, educate, entertain, empower, inspire. That's how you become more valuable. So some of you might need to go back to the drawing board with a bit of your content and what you're actually providing for your audience, what kind of content you're putting out there, how you're educating people, of what value you're bringing to people on social media. You want to make more money on social media, you need to become more valuable on social media. So I ask you, and I've asked you this question a lot in the last few weeks, why would I follow you? What would make me follow you on social media? What's so cool about you that no one else can give me? Why would I come back and listen to you? Do you have great, amazing content? Are you teaching a lot of things for free? Are you giving out great, simple, practical tips that actually help somebody move the needle forward in their business or their life or their health? What are you bringing to the marketplace that makes you valuable, that wants people to come back and watch you over and over again? That's a question you need to ask yourself. And then work out, how are you spending your time? And recognize if you're wasting a lot of time, you're wasting your potential to become more valuable and you're wasting your opportunity to earn more money. Okay? Make sense? Laurie, you deserve 1,000 plus an hour. This was super valuable. Thank you, Laurie. I appreciate the comment. But just really let that sink in and have a high level of awareness, because you can't change things you don't have an awareness around. And this is why I love these videos at the beginning of the week, where I can raise your level of awareness around something that can help you, make you think about what it is you're doing. How are you spending your time? Where are you focused or not focused on? And just reevaluate that. You can't change anything you're not aware of. So if I can help raise your level of awareness about something, then you've got half a chance to change it. So map out your time. This is something I do with my VIPs that I work with closely, and they hate it. But it's really, really valuable. They know what I'm about to say, those that are listening. I get them to track at their time from the minute they get up to the minute they go to bed. It's painful. There's a spreadsheet. You got to map out, every half hour for the day what they're doing. But you know what that brings to light? How much time you're wasting or how unproductive you actually are. So if you can be bothered to do it, I would encourage you to map your time for a week and actually see how productive and focused you are or aren't. You'll know if you're productive and focused because you'll be earning money and you'll be proud of yourself and you'll be kicking goals. So if you're not kicking goals, this is a conversation you really want to absorb. It's something you want to evaluate and really take stock of for yourself. Where are you spending your time and how focused are you on your business if you want to earn more money and become more valuable if you want to earn more money? Okay. Cherie, last couple of comments here and we'll wrap it up. Thank you. This has been great value. Hard to hear, but we need to hear. I totally agree. Sometimes it's hard to hear. Like my mentor, when he was going through this exercise with me and we were going through my different income streams, there was a couple of reality checks for me in where I spend my time and how much money. And it's like, wow, I need to pivot my time to be, because it's more valuable for me over here than here. Like until you do an exercise like that, you don't really know. So I appreciate your comment, Cherie. Blah. But it all works. It does in the end of the day. So you want to live a life of focus. You want to live a life of intention because you want to be in control of your time, not everybody else. Don't blame everybody else or make excuses that everybody else takes up your time. You're in control of your life, nobody else. So you've got the decision as to where you spend your time, and therefore your time will equal the opportunity to earn more money. So have a good think about that, evaluate that, and hopefully you can make some changes that are going to be more beneficial to you, help you become more valuable, therefore help you to earn more money. Okay? So join us tomorrow on Clubhouse. Remember, we're talking about branding. If you want to work with me for almost a full month on your branding, because that's the foundation of everything you do online, there is a link in the description of the Facebook link, helenmartinonline.com/branding. I'll put it in the description of Instagram in a moment when I edit the heading. So feel free to jump on that. And coaching community members, the live Q&A calls are this week. Jump on Zoom with me and ask me questions about your business. What are you struggling with? What do you need help with? That's what those calls are for. Okay. So I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow on Clubhouse, and hopefully you'll join us in the branding course, and I'll see you, this week for more lives as well. Okay. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.